Do you find it difficult communicating with your preteen or your teenager? The preteen years is beginning to look very intense, or you keep speaking and you're wondering why are they not listening? Or they look as though they are listening, but then they go about doing what it is that they so please, in our own opinion. If you are experiencing any of this, or if you are just scared of what the teen years will look like in terms of communication, then you are in the right place. Today, we're delving into a topic that can make a significant difference in our relationships: effective communication during the teenage years. You find out that when our children are younger, it is easier. It's easier to just communicate. It's easier for us to speak to them. They tend to listen more and ask questions for clarity, right? But then as they get into the preteen years, you are finding that it is a lot more difficult. They seem to be having their own opinions. They seem to be having their own choices and things that they would rather do instead of the things that we are trying to teach them or to get them to do. But today we're going to be looking deeply into this. So we'll look at the importance of open communication. Then we'll look at the art of active listening. Then we will also look at fostering understanding. This should give us a lovely platform to land on. Every relationship thrives on communication, and parenting is no different. Open communication with our teenagers is like the bridge that connects us with them. It is not just about talking. It is not just about dishing information or dishing instructions, as the case would be in most homes, but it is more about creating an environment where our children feel safe. Safe to share their thoughts, safe to share their feelings. When anybody at all, not just our children, when they know that they can talk in any situation, in any environment without judgment, it builds trust that lasts a lifetime. Listening is a skill that every parent needs. It is necessary that we are not just talking, but also listening. It is so important. And not just hearing the words that are being spoken, but listening to the things that are also not said. Listening skills cut across not just verbal words or the things that people are saying. It goes beyond that, and it looks at the non-verbal words also, the things that the child is not saying. It is about tuning into their emotions and understanding the message behind the words that we are hearing. So when we actively listen, we show our teenagers or our children that their feelings and their experiences matter. Active listening is also you giving feedback. You are nodding, you are paraphrasing, you are maintaining eye contact, and possibly you are giving feedback. You are reiterating what you have just heard them say back to them to be certain that you understand what they have just said to you. Then lastly, fostering understanding. Understanding is that glue that holds our connections together. And guess what? We all know when the other party that we're communicating with understands us or not. And our children are very sensitive to it. They are able to catch it fast if they are understood or not. And what every teenager yearns for is to be understood. It involves putting ourselves in their shoes and acknowledging their perspective, even when it differs from ours. And this doesn't mean that we will always agree, but it means that we will respect their individuality and we will validate their own experiences. So it is necessary that our children recognize or perceive us as being very understanding parents. So even if things are not so wonderful with your teenager or with your preteen, I want you to remind yourself constantly that communication, just like parenting, is a journey and not a destination. It is a process. It is about creating an ongoing dialogue. So you show that you are present, not just physically available, but you are present, you are listening actively, you are communicating, they can feel you, that you understand them. You have created an environment that is not judgmental, and you are showing them that they are heard and that they are valued. This will help foster communication between you and your teenager. If you found this video helpful, kindly do well to give me a big fat thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so already. I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Bye-bye.